الرحمن علم القرآن.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to a new video. I'm Bilal Ayub. So in today's lesson, inshallah, we'll talk about standing signs, the vertical signs. There are basically three types of signs in Arabic language. First, we have the regular signs, like a fatha, dhamma, and kasra. Those are regular signs, the regular symbols. And then we have tanween, the double signs, like double fatha, double dhamma, double kasra, fathatain, kasratain, dhammatain. And this is the third type of sign, what we call vertical harakaat or standing harakaat in simple words. So these signs are a bit different than the regular ones, and the difference between the two is that if you remember, I told you in the lesson of fatha, dhamma, and kasra that with the regular signs you read the letter as simple as you can. Like you try not to stretch the sound, not even a bit. Like for example, if you read ta with three regular signs, the sound would be ta, ti, tu. So you don't say like ta, ti, tu. So you don't stretch the sound. So ta, ti, tu, ba, bi, bu, la, li, lu, fa, fi, fu. This is how you read different letters with the regular harakaat, the regular symbols. But with these vertical signs, remember the sound would be stretched. So these signs, these symbols are like madda letters. We talked about in the previous video about the madda letters. So madda letters are supposed to stretch the sound. For example, ba fatha ba, if you read it with the alif madda, that alif stretches the sound of ba. So ba fatha ba becomes ba alif fatha ba. So if you want to learn about the madda letters, that video is available on my channel. You can watch it. So as I said, these signs are supposed to stretch the sound just like the madda letters. So there's basically no difference between madda letters and the standing signs, the vertical signs. So this one, if you spell it, it would be ta, standing fatha, ta. So that's how you spell it. Ta, standing fatha, ta, the sound would be stretched. Ta, standing kasra, ti, and ta, standing dhamma, tu. So whatever you call these signs, it does not matter whether you call it an inverted dhamma or a vertical dhamma or a standing dhamma. It does not matter. What matters is the sound. So it's tu. This is what matters. So ta, ti, tu, and the same letter when you read it with regular signs, it sounds ta, ti, tu. But here it is ta, ti, tu. So whenever you want to stretch a sound, you need to stretch a sound. You can stretch it either with these standing signs, or you can stretch it with the madda letters. So for example, if you have to write a word, let me just write a word here. It's hamza ba fatha, hamza ba kasra. The second letter is ba sakin, and third here is ra alif fatha ra, and here is ha ya kasra hi, and mim sakin at the end. So the word is Ibrahim. So here we have two madda letters because we have to stretch two of the sounds, ra and him. So for that we have two madda letters. Alif here is stretching the sound of ra, this one, and here ya madda, it is stretching the sound of ha, him. So rahim, ibrahim. So if you just remove both the madda letters, let's just remove alif and ha, sorry, ya, the madda letter, and now let's put the standing signs here. A standing sign on top of ra with a standing fatha and ha with a standing kasra. So the word is still Ibrahim. It sounds exactly the same. We are still stretching both the sounds, but now the reason to stretch the sound is different. Now the reason is the vertical, the standing signs, the standing symbols. So what I'm trying to say is that there is no difference between the madda letters and the standing signs. So you can even write the word either way. So let's read some of the other letters. So here the letter is twa. So it would be twa, standing fatha twa, twa, standing kasra twi, twa, standing dhamma tu, twa, twi, tu, za, standing fatha za, za, standing kasra zi, za, standing dhamma zu, za, zi, zu, dal, standing fatha dha, dal, standing kasra dhi, dal, standing dhamma thu, dha, dhi, dhu, dha, standing fatha dha, dha, standing kasra zui, dha, standing dhamma dhu, dha, dhi, dhu, tha, standing fatha tha, tha, standing kasra thi, tha, standing dhamma thu, tha, thi, thu, sin, standing fatha sa, sin, standing kasra si, sin, standing dhamma su, sa, si, su, swat, standing fatha so, swat, standing kasra sui, swat, standing dhamma su, swa, sui, su, dal, standing fatha da, dal, standing kasra di, dal, standing dhamma du, da, di, du, dot, standing fatha da, dot, standing kasra dui, dot, standing dhamma du, da, dui, du. And now let's read the rest of the letters without spelling. So it's ka, ki, ku, qa, qi, qu, ha, he, hu. The next is ha, he, hu. These are somewhat similar sounds, so you have to differentiate between these similar sounds. The first is ha, he, hu. The other is ha, he, hu. And here it was, the first was ka, ki, ku. It was light sound, but the other is the heavy sound, qa, qi, qu. And this was the difference between these letters as well. Da, di, du, that was a light sound. Da, di, du, the heavy sound. A similar sound but heavy. Sa, si, su, the light sound, but swa, sui, su, it's heavy. Okay, now here we have two different shapes of the same letter, hamza. So it's the same letter, the sound is exactly the same. These are two different shapes of one letter, hamza. So we'll read only one of the two shapes. It's a, e, u, a, e, u, kho, khi, khu, gho, ghi, gu, ba, bi, bu, ma, mi, mu, wa, we, wu, fa, fi, fu, la, li, lu, na, ni, nu, ro, ri, ru, ja, ji, ju. And now let's spell the last line. Sheen standing fatha sha, sheen standing kasra shi, sheen standing dhamma shu, sha, shi, shu, and ya standing fatha ya, ya standing kasra yi, ya standing dhamma yu, ya, yi, yu. So this is how you read the letters with the standing signs or the vertical signs, the vertical harakats. So that is it for today. We'll see you inshallah in the next video. Till then, take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.